Hi, Mr. Andrew here, and today we're going to work a couple synthetic division problems. The first one is going to be, let's see, x cubed plus 4x squared minus 7x minus 10, and that's going to be divided by x plus 1. So as we set up our synthetic division, it's going to look very different than long division, and that's what we're used to here. Okay? So as we set this up, we want to take the coefficients one at a time, starting with the highest power. So x cubed is 1, because it has a coefficient of 1. X squared is 4. X is negative 7, and the constant's negative 10. Okay? So those are our coefficients. Now what we're going to do now is put in our little divisor, our little notch there, and we're going to take this x plus 1. Well, I got to flip the sign of the 1, and I place in a negative 1. Now we can only synthetically divide if this x has no power and no coefficient. Okay, so as we move forward, I'm going to draw things, arrows in red when we add or drop. I'm going to draw things in purple when we multiply. Okay, so I'm going to drop the 1 or add it to nothing. Then I multiply by the divisor. So negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Then we add. So this is add. Okay, and then we have, that will be a 3, because 3 plus a negative 1 is 3. So negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, and that is being multiplied there. Now negative 7 plus a negative 3 is negative 10. Now we multiply again, and we say negative 1 times a negative 10 is 10, and we add those down. Now here, since these are the last ones, this is really our remainder of 0. Okay, and this is going to be our constant. This is going to be our x term. This is going to be our x squared term. Okay, let's see, I just accidentally wrote that off the screen a little bit. So there we go. So that's our constant. This is our remainder. We had a remainder of 0. So at the end of the day, you can salvage an equation by saying we have 1x squared plus 3x minus 10. And that's our new polynomial after we divided that x plus 1 out. It's amazing. I love it. Let's do a little harder of a problem. Let's say we have x to the 4th minus 3x squared plus 9x minus 5. And let's say we divide that by x minus 2. Okay, so what we got to do is we have to take the minus 2, flip the sign, put it in the notch. We take our x to the 4th, that's 1. But now we skip to an x squared. We skipped over x to the 3rd. So we actually write a 0 in here. Then we have an x squared term of negative 3, a 9 on our x, and a negative 5 as our constant. Now we draw our line underneath. And now I'm not going to draw the colored arrows, but what I'm going to do is talk you through it. I'm going to drop the 1. Okay. 2 times 1 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. And I take this 2 times this 2 is 4. Negative 3 plus 4 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. 2 times 11 is 22. Negative 5 plus 22 is 17. And this is our remainder. Okay, so let's see how we do when we salvage this out. So this would be our constant, our x squared, x cubed. Notice that it always drops from a 4th when synthetic division, and you'll start with 1 less. You'll start with an x cubed. So this is 1x cubed plus 2x squared plus x, because there's a coefficient of 1 on the x, plus 11, and then we have plus, and then now I can take 17 and put it over the original divisor, x minus 2. Okay? So I can place this over x minus 2. And this is our answer right here. Okay? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. Thank you.